Hi, my name's Carl Smith and today I'm visiting Tanyard Fisheries. It's a 7-lake fishery in the middle of Sussex, and what we're expecting to do today is head down to the specimen lakes near the bottom of the fishery, meet up with Steve, the fishery bailiff, who's going to show us the process of netting a commercial fishery. It's sure to be interesting and I'm certain we're going to see some fish today.
Right, well we're down at Specie 2 now. What we're going to do, we've got the net loaded on the boat on the far side. The water level's down now and the undercuts under the islands and the rushes are now out the water, which are the main bits for the fish to be escaping from. But as the water's so low, they're out the water, we haven't got to worry too much about those. What we're going to do, we're going to put the boat in over on the opposite bank there and we're going to set the net across the shallow end as it is. And then Jack is going to stay on the road side of the lake, I'm going to be on the stream side of the lake, and we're going to drag the float line across to the island here. But at the island, we've got 2 channels. So we're going to have a stop net already in place across the island to stop any fish coming from the section we're netting through the back of the island, because here, where the pads are in the water, we could end up losing fish quite easily in the pads. Myself and Jack will pull the big channel, and he doesn't know it yet, but Carl's going to be pulling the net on this side with Nat, who comes from Plumpton College. And as me and Jack on the opposite side draw up that side of the island, they're going to pull the small stop net across this end, which then pushes out any fish that are in here into the main bowl of the lake. Then myself and Jack can go out either side on the large end of the lake and pull that end all the way down to the far end. At the far end, we'll bag round and we'll see what we've caught. Now, it seems quite an easy process, and when you watch the float line coming across the water, it looks like it's impossible not to catch all the fish. Nothing could be further from the truth. It is just like fishing. It is fishing, just with a net instead of a rod and line, and it can be as frustrating, if not more so, especially when you've got all the fish in the net you think you have, and then they just disappear out of the net as a stick comes up in your lead line and makes a big hole in the back of the net and all the fish go out. So, as it is, nothing's certain, but we'll see how we get on, fingers crossed.
Now it's the hard part. This is where all of the fish are balled up inside the net, and at any moment, should they push down underneath the lead line, they could escape. Steve, Nat and Jack's hands must have been freezing by this point, especially Steve, as he had to pull the lead line tight in underneath the fish to stop them escaping. The net is now staked out with metal poles to stop the carp and indeed the roach and silverfish from escaping over the top of the net. So now it's time for me to become the photographer and go and get some photos of these beautiful carp. Here's a nice one. This is the light common, a fish that Alex and I have wanted to catch for a long time. Seeing it right in the flesh was really impressive. Next was shoulders, a familiar face for you if you watch our videos regularly. This is one that Alex has caught twice now. Next was some absolute beauties, a lovely koi and a scaly mirror. Sheer numbers of £20 plus commons in this lake were absolutely amazing. Here you can see Nat struggling to wrestle one. Dear me. And now for the koi. I think there's about 5 or 6 koi in the lake, but these 3 have got to be the best ones. Absolutely amazing fish, and it was so awesome to get a photo of them all together. Now for 3 of my favourite fish in the lake, the peach, white tips, and then this one that I'd never ever seen before, and of course another massive common. So that was the carp sorted out back into the water. It was time to skim off those silverfish and move them to the appropriate lakes. First of all roach, rudd, little skimmer bream, they were all removed and placed into buckets. Then the tench went out and all of the perch ready to go into the carp-free pool. Sorting out the silverfish needs to happen quickly and effectively. If you leave it too long, those fish could suffer, but being kept in buckets full of water, no fish died during this netting, which was really wonderful to see. First fish to be moved were the pike. We netted loads and loads of small pike, and hopefully those are all going to grow on to be Specie 1 doubles. Then the silverfish, the perch, the tench and the roach were released into the carp free, ready to make a matchman's day.